Hey, Trig fans. I hope you guys have a chance to get outside and enjoy some of our weather, some of our change in season. I'm seeing some grass that's turned from brown to green, some trees budding, birds chirping. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So, this is pre recorded, so I don't know if today is going to be beautiful, but the next chance you get, please get outside and enjoy. So, best Algebra 3 students in the world. I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about ellipse equations. Today we're going to look at some that are not centered at the origin. So I've circled two pieces in our standard form here. Notice the difference between yesterday. We have a minus h and a minus k in parentheses. All that means is that the center of this ellipse is at h and k, the opposite of what you see in our equation here. And yesterday, all of our ellipses didn't have parentheses. They didn't have any minus signs or an h and a k. That's because they were centered at 0, 0. So the only difference today is we're going to move the center. We're still going to look at that. We're going to identify that first, and then we're going to sketch a little graph to help us with our vertices and our co-vertices. Remember, our vertices are on the major axis, and the co-vertices are on the minor axis. So, all right, let's take a peek here. First problem looks like this. Here's an ellipse in standard form. What I'd like for us to do, these are kind of the steps that I would go about solving this problem. So the first thing I would like for you guys to do is to find the center. We locate the center by these two numbers here. Okay, so off to the side or somewhere, we're going to write center, and we're going to write 3 comma minus 4. Just like I did with circles, notice how this sign is opposite from what I see, and the same thing with the first one. And it comes in that order. The x is with the x, and the y number goes with the y. Okay? All right, so a couple other things we're going to do. We're going to identify A and B. Remember, A is the larger of the two numbers underneath it. A is the length, half of the length of the minor axis. So A is associated with our vertice, and B is associated with our co-vertice. So this particular problem, 49 is bigger than 16. 49, I notice, is underneath x. So what I like to do is take the square root of 49 first, and I like to put down that answer right below it. I like to do the same thing with the other number, and the other number now is smaller. This is going to be associated with b, which is associated with my co-vertice. So the same thing, take the square root of that. It's plus or minus 4. Okay, so these two numbers are important. Do not kind of like go to what we did yesterday and say, well, the vertice then is at 7, 0, negative 7, 0, and the co-vertice is at 0, negative 4, 0, positive 4. That's not how this works, because notice our center is now changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sketch a little graph here to help me with this. So off to the side or somewhere on here, we're going to sketch just a little graph. And in red, we're going to find our vertices. Yeah, our vertices, and then in green we're going to find our co-vertices. It doesn't really matter the order. I like to find the vertice first. That's a larger number, and then the co-vertice. Okay, so let me sketch my center. 3, negative 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down here. Okay, and then in red, my vertice is plus or minus 7 units in this direction in the x. So that means the major axis runs horizontal. So from this point, I need to go 7 units to the left and 7 units to the right. Right now, I'm at 3 units, so 7 more would make this 10. So this coordinate over here, this is one of my vertices. Using this sketch is going to be 10 for x, comma, the same y value as my center, minus 4. Well, 10 minus 4. It doesn't matter what order I put these in. My other vertice is going to be 7 units to the left. I'm already at 3 right now, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's going to be right below here. That would be a coordinate of minus 4. Not minus 4. We're going to go back 3 units. We're at 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I don't know why I don't like that. Got it. No, I love it. I love it. Everything's good because this is at 3, my bad. This is at 3, and 3 minus 7 is minus 4. Okay, so there's my vertices. Remember, I'm a picture guy. I need the picture to kind of keep it all straight. My co-vertices works the same way, but in this case, it's in the y direction, so I'm going to go up 4 units. I'm at minus 4 right now, so 4 units up is going to be right here. So that point is 1, 2, 3, 0. And then my other co-vertice is down 4 units. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make this at minus 8. So it's going to be positive 3 minus 8. Okay, let's make sure we're going to use this sketch here to help us in our direction. We'll find our A's and B's. We'll locate our center, and then we can hammer out our vertices. I'm going to do one more with you. This is this problem I just did was a horizontal ellipse. Let's take a look at a vertical ellipse, how they're the same and how they're different. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify center. So center 2, 4. And then off the side here, or underneath here, we're going to find the larger the numbers. This one's larger. Find the square root of that. That's plus or minus 5. That's going to be associated with my vertices. And then the other one right here, the smaller one, it's plus or minus 3. I write it by it. That's going to be my co-vertice. I'm going to use my sketch to help us here. So I'm going to sketch this out real quick. The center is at 2, 4, right here. I'm going to start with my larger number. That's A. It's my vertice. So this means the major axis, the larger axis, runs up and down in the y direction. So that's plus or minus 5 units. 5 up, 5 down. So this is at 4, so 5 units up. This is going to be at 9. Down 5, this is going to be at minus 1. So my vertices then are 2 for the x value and positive 9 and minus 1. So here's what I write them. 2, positive 9, 2, minus 1. I'm going to repeat that in this direction now, the x direction from the center. 3 units right and left. Okay, so this was at 2, so 3 units this way makes this at 5. 3 units this way, 1, 2, makes this at minus 1. Okay, so my co-vertices are minus 1, comma, what's my center? My center is at 4. And 5, 4. The sketch helps me identify these pieces. You guys take these slow. Take your equation, label your A's and B's, sketch your center, count in that direction, and then write down your vertices and co-vertices. That's it. Guys, stay clean, my friends. Wash your hands, disinfect your phones, and most importantly, be kind.